In 2025, it is Brayden Burries or bust. I don't care about the other players as much as I'd like to get them. It's Brayden Burries or bust for a variety of different reasons. The first one is that Arizona is going to need a point guard. Second of all, domestic recruiting under Tommy Lloyd has not been great. It's not been bad, but it's been okay. Arizona's been on Brayden Burries longer than anybody else. They 1,000% need to be able to get this kid. If you get him, everything's great. If you don't get him, I think you start having a few questions about the high school recruiting. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not going to be easy. I've never thought that any recruit, it's boom or bust. If Arizona doesn't land, and this is any school, if you don't land Brayden Burries, but you land everything else you needed, does that mean the class is a failure? In my opinion, no. You might be different. With that being said, if you were to ask me the most important recruit in the 2025 class, it's Burries by far. I don't even think it's close, especially with the point guard situation and all that. Burries would be in a situation at Arizona where he comes in and he plays right away, which is rare for a freshman to do under Tommy Lloyd. I don't think there's any question that he's the most important recruit on the board right now.
And again, Arizona's been on him the longest, so I think you got to be able to get this kid. Honestly, Tommy Lloyd, like I said, he has done an A+++ job on the portal. There's no doubt about it. You look at what he's done, and I know there's some putzes out there that say that Caleb Love wasn't a hit. You are wrong if you believe that. But when it comes to domestic recruiting, you look at the high school kids, it's been very much a mixed bag. Now, Kylan Boswell obviously wasn't good here, but I still give him credit because Kylan Boswell was a 5-star kid. Carter Bryant, we loved, was a 5-star kid. But other than those two, and then you got KJ Lewis, there really hadn't been anything there, Shear. So I think it's at least something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've said this before, 2025 needs to be a successful high school recruiting class. It has to be. Or else and I like the roster construction and all that, and I know the portal kind of diminishes the importance of high school recruiting, but they've been in on so many guys and recruiting so many of these guys for such a long time. They got to land a couple.
They got to land a couple, and 2025 is the year that they've got to be able to make this one happen. Now, let's see here, some comments here. Who is the competition for Burries? Marcelo Martinez, UCLA is one. I do not understand why anybody would ever go to play at UCLA. We are going to talk about that on Wednesday and upset UCLA fans. I do not have any clue why, but UCLA is in their Sheer. USC under Muss, I get it because Muss is, let's be honest here. This day and age, Muss is cool. But
it's UCLA, Duke, Carolina. It's going to be, and it's probably the same for Koa. It's probably Carolina, Kentucky.
Yes.
Whatever.
All right. But that's where we're at, though. I believe that Arizona needs to be able to get him. Now, let me ask you this, Sheer. If this is just kind of if you get a couple 4-stars and this isn't a big class, do you start having a few concerns about the domestic high school recruiting, Jason Sheer?
A couple 4-stars? Like, why would I'm concerned that Arizona only lands a couple 4-stars.
Well, it depends. Like 54.
Let's say this.
Let's say that none of the 5-star
loses out. Hold on. If Arizona loses out on Koa, Tunde, Kaminia, and Burries and goes 0 for 4, I'd have a concern. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So that's where we're at on this. So Sheer does not go as far as I do in saying Burries or bust. I say Burries or bust. And I think this is the other thing that we need to keep an eye on. If this doesn't happen, at what point does Arizona have to bring in Orlando Antigua? Break the bank to take away Illinois' program and get Orlando Antigua back here. That's something you got to consider at some point.
All I'm saying here, Mike, is it is July 1st, and Arizona, Orlando Antigua has not said no. He's not said no.
Interesting. This is something we will definitely keep you very closely up to date with Orlando Antigua. We don't know that he said yes either, but we don't know that he said no because we don't know that he has been offered. You know what? This is very, very much.
Yes. Yeah. There's just a lot going on, a lot of pieces.